"Miss Doyle," he said, "how kind of you to visit." Wishing to present myself in the best possible fashion, I moved forward with one hand out. He took it graciously. Then he turned to the first mate. "Mr. Hollygrass," he said briskly, "that will be all."
In this part of the story, I feel as if Captain Jaggery doesn't give respect to most of his crew members. As it says, he said briskly, "That will be all," sounding like direct disrespect toward one of his crew members.
Yeah, I also believe that Miss Doyle wants to give Captain Jaggery a good impression to the table. As it said in the story, she wanted to present myself in the best possible fashion.
Mr. Hollygrass presented a salute and retired. "Miss Doyle," Captain Jaggery continued with a gracious smile, even as he carefully closed and put down his Bible, "would you be good enough to sit?" He held the other upholstered seat out for me. "Thank you," I said, thrilled to be treated in this ladylike fashion.
I would like to add that Miss Doyle has never felt like she belonged before, saying that she's thrilled to be treated in this ladylike fashion, I guess you could say.
"You seem surprised," he said, "to find such fine things in my cabin." I blushed, that he should discover me so. "It is very nice," I admitted. "How gracious of you to appreciate it," he said, soothingly. "It is not often I have a person of cultivation like you aboard my ship to notice. I fear a crew such as mine has little liking for good taste or a last order. It offends them. But then, you and I, people of our class, we understand the better things of life, don't we?" I feel as if Captain Jaggery believed that people who are below his class don't have good taste or good materialistic things such as jewelry, etc.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I also believe that Captain Jaggery is trying to persuade Charlotte to like him for the reason being, if he did something wrong or not right, she would support him no matter what the action was.
Again I blushed, this time with pleasure. "May I," he said, "offer you some tea?" I was awash with tea, but was not about to refuse him. When Charlotte refused to not take the tea, it shows that she still wanted to act ladylike by sipping tea with Mr. Jaggery.
So when Charlotte blushed this time with pleasure, I think that the first time she had blushed, it was out of embarrassment, not out of pleasure.
"So biscuits?" He offered a tin of Scottish things. I took one and nibbled daintily, crisp and buttery, delicious. "A sip like the Sea Hawk," he went on, "is not designed for comfort, but for commerce, for making money. Still, I do the best I can." He poured a cup of tea for himself. "I was informed," he said, resuming his seat, "that you had recovered and was so glad to hear it. May I urge you, Miss Doyle, to promenade in the fresh air as much as possible. You will soon be as healthier than you ever were." "Thank you, sir. It is regrettable that those other two families could not join us. They would have made your voyage that much more pleasant. Mine too." "Yes, sir."
What does Captain Jagger mean by as healthier than you ever were?
I hope we can figure that out as we read more of the story.